Strap in folks because Elon Musk had a bumpy ride lately and his Hyperloop baby is the latest to derail. While Elon is busy nursing Twitter and its leading operation and his and that social media slap fight is leaking headlines, there are dozens of Hyperloop companies that are quietly crashing in the background. Remember Arrivo and Nevomo? Say bye-bye to those Hyperloops companies because those went kaput. Out of 12 Hyperloop companies that existed, 2 have already shut down, leaving 10 still struggling to realize this dream. Brace yourself as we unveil the shocking failure of Hyperloop. Picture this, a transportation system that could whisk you from one city to another at breathtaking speeds, all while being environmentally friendly. Sounds like a sci-fi dream, right? The idea behind Hyperloops was simple yet mind-boggling. Imagine a set of mere vacuum tubes where pod could travel at incredibly high speed with minimal air resistance. It promised to revolutionize travel, making long-distance journeys a matter of few minutes. Well, that's precisely what Elon Musk envisioned for with his concept of Hyperloops. Now let's try to understand what was all of this hype about Hyperloops. In 2013, Musk published a white paper titled Hyperloop Alpha outlining his vision for Hyperloops. The paper was met with a great deal of excitement and many people like Richard Branson believed that Hyperloops could be the future of transportation. There were a number of reasons for the hype surrounding the Hyperloop. First, the technology seemed to be feasible. Elon's white paper outlined a number of challenges that needed to be overcome. For example, building a network of tubes and managing safety. But none of these problems looked like it couldn't be solved. Second, Hyperloops promised to be incredibly fast. Elon estimated that a Hyperloop could travel at 760 miles per hour or 1200 kilometers per hour, which is nearly the speed of sound. Or you can say in terms of travel time, a Hyperloop could travel from San Francisco to Los Angeles in just a matter of 35 minutes. However, it is important to note that this speed of Hyperloop has not yet been achieved. The maximum Hyperloop speed till date has been of 463 km per hour, which was at the pod competition held by SpaceX in California. Third, Hyperloops was seen as a more environmentally friendly alternative compared to the other modes of transportation such as airplanes. This was because Hyperloop would produce very little energy compared to other forms of transportation and with zero direct emissions. The phrase with zero direct emissions means that Hyperloop do not release any harmful pollutants or greenhouse gases into the environment directly while operating. Since Elon Musk dropped his groundbreaking white paper, there were many setbacks and disappointments coming along the way. The first major hurdle that we encountered was none other than the big bad wolf of Hyperloop's dream construction cost. We are talking about some crazy astronomical figures just to build those high-speed tunnels. But now the burning question is, who's gonna cough up that cash, my friends? Hold on folks, there's a glimmer of hope. Lorenzo Benedetti, the R&D director of Eurotube Foundation, which is a non-profit Swiss research organization, has a different story to tell. His group managed to secure some serious backing from the Swiss government to make Hyperloop a reality. They see the writing on the wall, folks. Current state in Switzerland with traffic has been really bad. It has reached a breaking point. That's where Hyperloop comes into the play, being an innovative solution to this. And guess what? In Switzerland, the government owns 30 meters below the surface of the ground, which means they can build those Hyperloop tunnels without any hassle. Talk about a green light, right? But let's get real, my friends. Even building just a testing tunnel is no walk in the park. It's very expensive according to Benedetti. So here we are stuck in the chicken or the egg situation. Do they spend more money on things that they are not even sure will work? Tough call folks, tough call. Okay, let's switch gears for a moment and talk about the government support, or should I say the lack thereof. It seems like governments haven't been too keen to jump on this Hyperloop bandwagon. For example, the Indian government in Maharashtra made it crystal clear that the Hyperloop project from Bombay to Pune wouldn't happen. Their reasoning was concerns over safety, technology, and hefty price tag that this project would bring. And wait, there's more. The California High-Speed Rail Authority decided to leave out the Hyperloop segment from their high-speed rail plans, which was supposed to happen from Los Angeles to San Francisco. They cited similar reasons for Hyperloop not working out regarding safety, technological concerns, and also, interestingly, they mentioned that Hyperloops do not have a strong business case. So it's clear that government hasn't been on Hyperloop's side. But hey, safety concerns aren't just coming from governments. There have been accidents in the past involving vacuum tubes, which are crucial components of Hyperloop. So you might be wondering how safe Hyperloops actually are. Well, here's the deal. Hyperloops rely on vacuum tubes to create a low pressure environment. But if any one of those were to rupture, it could cause a strong wind to derail the pods, and that would cause harm to passengers. Definitely not a scenario that you would like to imagine. But wait, hold on. Let's not jump to the conclusion just yet. There are significant challenges that needed to be overcome to make Hyperloop a success. There's a bumpy road ahead, my friends, and it's not clear if these challenges can be overcome. On one hand, we have governments that have been supportive of this Hyperloop project. For instance, take the US Department of Transportation. They have taken a proactive approach and issued a comprehensive framework for safe deployment of Hyperloop systems. That's a step in the right direction. And guess what? DOT isn't stopping there. They have provided funding for Hyperloops for their research and development. It's encouraging to see such governmental support for this innovative technology. But let's not forget there's another side to this coin. There are high concerns that Hyperloops may never be able to overcome its problem and it might end up just being a pipe dream. So, what's the verdict on Hyperloops? Are they the future mode of transportation or are they just a pipe dream? It's too early to say for sure, but one thing is certain, that the story of Hyperloop is far from over. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe my channel for more content like this.